Hello everyone, I'm Gyan and you are learning Computer Science with Python for class 11th. In this video, we are going to learn about series. We are going to print various series and we are going to calculate sum of a given series. Now the question is, what is a series? A series is arrangement of numbers in particular order. For example, if I write 1, 2, 3, 4, then this is a series. If I write 2, 4, 8, 16, this is also a series. Series can be simple or can be complicated. What I mean here is 1 minus 2, 3 minus 3, and this is also a series. There are various types of series. A series can be in the form of 1 plus x squared plus x cube. This is also a series. A series can be in the form of 1 minus x plus x squared minus x cube plus x4 plus x to the power n. This is also a series. Even if you write x plus x square by factorial 2 minus x cube by factorial 3 plus x4 by factorial 4 minus x5 by factorial 5 plus x to the power n by factorial n, this is also a series. So you have various types of series in mathematics. What we can do in Python, either we can print this series directly or we can calculate summation of the series. Okay, that means either we can print all the elements, all the terms of a series directly, or we can add all the terms in the series together to calculate final summation. And we are going to write Python program for these operations. So let's start. The first series to print is s is equal to 1 plus x square plus x cube plus plus x to the power n. Okay, so this is the series. As I told you, there can be two types of program for this series. One program which prints this series, which prints various terms of this series, and other program which actually calculate summation up to a given value of n. Now the question is how to approach on this problem. How to start solving this problem. So before we solve any problem, just find what the numbers you want as input. So I think here you want two numbers as input. One is the value of n, means number of terms, and second one is the value of x. So you write x is equal to float input enter value of x and n is equal to int, because whatever is there in power, that number is a whole number, is an integer. So n is equal to int input enter value of n. Okay, now you just find a pattern here. Try to find all the patterns into x to the power something. So this pattern is actually x to the power 0. This pattern is x to the power 1. This one is x square, x cube, up to x to the power n. These are the pattern. Starting from x to the power 0 up to x to the power n. After that, you have to find sum of all these numbers. So let's decide a variable sum. Sum is a keyword, I think, in Python. So write here sum1. Sum1 is equal to 0. Now, this is a time to calculate summation of all these numbers. Now, you have to use a loop which goes from 0 to n. So write here for y I am using the variable y because x and n are already engaged. So let's take a different variable. For y in range 0, comma n plus 1 colon. Because the value of power should start from 0 and should go up to n. Therefore, the range is starting from 0 and going up to n. We know that writing here n plus 1 actually goes up to n. So for every iteration, the values of y will be starting from 0 and will be up to n. For every value of for loop, we are going to calculate x to the power y. Okay, so we will write here sum1 is equal to sum1 plus x to the power y. So initially sum1 is 0. In the next iteration, when y is 0, it will be sum1 is equal to sum1 plus x to the power 0. In the next iteration, when the value of y becomes 1, you have to calculate sum1 again, as sum1 is equal to sum1 plus x to the power y. So initially the older value of sum1 is 0. After the first iteration, the new value of sum1 will be x to the power 0. Then in the next iteration, the value of the sum1 will be x to the power 0 plus x to the power 1. In the third iteration, when value of y is 2, the sum1 will be x to the power 0 plus x to the power 1 plus x to the power 2. So this is the value, and this is what we are going to calculate. After coming out of the while loop, you just print sum1, print sum1, and you get output. Okay, let's try this code practically. This is the same code as we have seen. We are printing the sum of first n terms is sum1. We already have seen this code here on this whiteboard. So let's run module, enter the value of x, let's it is 2, enter the value of n, let's it is 5, and here we have the summation is 63. Sometimes you may want to print the series instead of calculating sum of it. Instead of writing sum1 is equal to 0, write sum1 is equal to an empty string. And then instead of calculating x to the power y, what you do, convert the value of x to string, convert the value of y to string, and just concatenate everything. Convert this double string into a string. And let's not write double string here. Let's write the caret symbol. Okay, so save it, and here we will be printing the series instead of finding sum of the series. Okay, so run module, the value of x it is 2, the value of n it is 5, and here we have the sum of the series. And then write here plus, write a plus here, write a plus here, and give a space before and after plus. And instead of writing here float, let me write here int, which will actually show a clean output. Okay, so let's try it. Run module, enter the value of x, that is 2, enter the value of n, that is 5, and here you are, 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 square, 2 to the power 4, to the power 5, and here we are getting extra plus. We are getting extra plus because in every term we are writing plus, okay, at the right of the string. So here we can write like this: if y equals to n, then in that case you just write sum1 is equal to sum1 plus str and ignore the last x. Otherwise, whatever you are writing is correct. Now in this case, we will not have extra plus at the end of the series. So enter the value, it is 3. Enter the value of n. It is 9. Press enter, and here we are. 3 to the power 0, 3 to the power 1, 3 square, 3 cube, up to 3 to the power 9. So hopefully you are getting it, and you are getting the meaning of series, that either we can print all the terms of the series, or we can just find a summation of the series. The another question is similar to previous one. Only difference is that we have to write alternate negative terms. What I mean here is that I have to write 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus something, and I don't know if it is plus or minus. At the end you should have x to the power n. I am not writing here plus or minus because I don't know if x to the power n is plus or minus. So if n is odd, it is going to be a minus, as you can see here in the series, and if n is even, it is going to be plus. This is the same code as before. Idea is that we are creating a new variable called sign, which initially contains plus 1. And whenever we calculate sum 1, we actually multiply the x to the power y with the sign. So multiply x to the power y with sign. And in every iteration, change the value of sign. Means if it was positive initially, then change it to negative, and if initially it was negative, then change it to positive. So sign is equal to sign multiplied by minus 1. And this is how you will keep on multiplying sign with different values in alternate terms. Save it, run module, write the value of x. The value of x is 5. Write the value of n. The value of n is 4. And here you are. You got 521. This is the perfect summation. So hopefully you are getting it. Hopefully you are getting the meaning of summation of series. The next series to work on is x plus x square by factorial 2 plus x cube by factorial 3 plus x4 by factorial 4 plus dot 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 x n by factorial n. Okay, and here also it will be plus. Now, how you find summation of the series? Let's try it. Let's update the previous code to find summation of the new series. Again, in this case also, you have to take input of the value of x and the value of n. But at this time, you do not require any sign. You do not require any sign. Then what you have to do, you have to go in this range. For y in the range of from where to where, if you look at here carefully, the first power is 1. Okay, so the first power should be 1. Therefore, y should go from 1 to n, not from 0 to n. So write here 1, because y should go from 1 to n. And in every iteration, now you have to do something different than before. Let's see what you have to do. In every iteration, you have to find sum 1 is equal to sum 1 plus x to the power y divided by a value. X to the power y divided by a value. Now, what is this value and how we are going to calculate? This value is the factorial of something. For y is equal to 1, this value is factorial of 1. For y is equal to 2, this value is factorial of 2. And I think you know what is the factorial of n. Factorial of n means multiplying all the numbers from 1 to n. That is called factorial of n. So here you have to multiply all the numbers from 1 up to y to calculate value. Okay. So for every iteration of y, first you write here value is equal to 1. Just initialize the value to 1 and write another for loop. For a in range 1 to y plus 1. For a in range 1 to y plus 1, what you have to do? You have to calculate value. Okay, value is equal to value multiplied by a. So you keep on multiplying a to current value and you will get factorial up to y. So if y is equal to 3, then this for loop will go from 1 to 3 and will multiply 1 into 2 into 3 to the current value of value. And we are going to divide this value with x to the power y. Finally, we are printing sum of first n terms is sum 1. Now let's execute it. Run module, write the value of x, write here 4, write the value of y, write here 5, and here our summation is. Now let's write another pattern. In this pattern, we have to print x minus x square plus x cube minus x to the power 4 by 4, and we actually don't know is it plus or minus with x to the power n. So again, concept of sign comes here and we have to take care of sign. So initially sign is equal to plus 1. So keep on multiplying the sign in every iteration. Multiply sign. And in every iteration, further change the value of sign. Like sign is equal to sign multiplied by minus 1. Run module, type here 4, type here 5, and here it is. Okay, so this is the summation of this series. Now suppose that we have to find summation of this series, like plus, then minus, then plus. So here in this case we have minus with the odd terms and we have plus with the even terms. Within the odd terms we do not have any minus with x to the power 1. We do not have minus with the first term, but from other odd terms we have minus. Now how you are going to calculate sum of this series? Let's try it. Here instead of writing sum 1 is equal to 0, we should start from sum 1 is equal to x. We should start from sum 1 is equal to x. Okay, and instead of starting the range of y from 1, we can start it with 2. Okay, now I think this is perfect. The sum 1 is already assigned with positive x. Then you enter in the loop, and for every even value you are going to multiply the positive sign, the positive 1, and for every odd value you are going to multiply the negative 1 in the value. Okay, so let's try to execute it. Run module. Let me write here 4 and let me write here 5, and this is my value. So hopefully you are getting all these concepts. Now let's make it little easy. Instead of writing factorial 2, let me write here 2, 3, 4 and n. So we have to divide with 2, 3, 4 and n. Now actually we do not need to calculate this value here, because this value was used to calculate multiplication from 1 up to y. But here we do not need value. What here we have to do is we have to directly divide it with y. Okay, we have to directly divide it with y. We do not have to divide it with a multiplication from 1 to y. We have to divide it directly with y. Okay, if x is equal to 2, we have to divide it directly by 2. So that's why I have written here divided by y instead of divided by value. Save it, run module, enter the value of x, enter 4, enter the value of y, enter 5, and here we are. So hopefully you are getting this, and hopefully you are getting comfortable with how to deal with such series. Now let's try another series. The another series is 1 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 27 plus 1 by 64 plus 1 by 125. So we have to find summation of these numbers. Okay, find the sum. Find the sum. So how you are going to calculate sum of these numbers? Let's find a pattern, and we have a very easy pattern here. The series is actually 1 by 1q plus 1 by 2q plus 1 by 3q plus 1 by 4q plus 1 by 5q plus dot 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 plus 1 by nq. Your program should ask enter number of terms, and that will be stored in the value n, and then you can use the loop to calculate the summation. Let's try it. Now tell me the range on you have to work. The range on which you have to work is starting from 1 up to n. Okay, so let's write here for x in range 1 comma n plus 1, and of course you have to find sum, so write sum 1 is equal to 0. So for every value of x, calculate sum 1 is equal to sum 1 plus 1 by x into x into x. So for x is equal to 1, you have to calculate sum 1 is equal to sum 1 plus 1 by 1. For x is equal to 2, you have to calculate sum 1 is equal to sum 1 plus 1 by 8, then 1 by 27, then 1 by 64, and then 1 by 125. You have to calculate like this. Save it, run module, and enter the value of n, that is 5, and here your result is 1.18566. For the different values of n, you will get different results. The another series on which we are going to work is 1, 4, 7, 10 up to 40. Okay, and we have to print this series. So we should start from 1 and have to print up to 40. We don't know after how many terms 40 will appear, but we have to print this series. Let's try it practically. So let's have a fresh coding window. We do not have to calculate any sum, so let's comment out the print statement here. And of course, we do not have any number of terms present here. We don't know how many terms we have. We just have to print up to 40. And difference between two values are 3. Okay. So what I'm planning here is I'm planning here to use while loop. Let's write here x is equal to 1. Okay, x is equal to 1. While x is less than equal to 40, print x comma followed by a space, and then write x is equal to x plus 3. Save it, run module, and here we are. Actually, this is not what we had expected. We should end the print with an empty string. Int is equal to an empty string. Now I think this will be our expected output. After coming out of the while loop, just print without any argument. Save it, run module, and here we are. We are printing up to 40. There is an extra comma coming at the end. So you can just skip this comma by using if else condition. Okay, you can write here, if x double equals 40, then you just print it without comma. You just print it without comma. Otherwise print it with comma. Otherwise print it with comma. Run module is saying invalid syntax because I have missed the comma. Now run module, and here we are. Here is what our expected output is. Now suppose that we have to print a series like 1 comma minus 4 comma 7 comma minus 10, something like that. And of course 40 will come with minus, because as you can see here, the even numbers are coming with minus, whereas the odd numbers are coming with plus. So let's try to print this series. Since here we have to print negative, that's why we need another variable called sign is equal to plus 1. Now keep on multiplying the value of sign with x, multiplied by x, multiplied by sign, and multiplied by sign. After every iteration, change the value of sign. Sign is equal to sign multiplied by minus 1. Run module, and here we are. 1 minus 4, 7 minus 10, 13 minus 16. So hope you are getting it conceptually, because understanding these concepts is most important for you guys. Let's see another sum of the series problem. The another sum of the series problem is 2 by 9 minus 5 by 13 plus 8 by 17 dot 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 dot. You have to find sum of this series. Okay, sum of this series. Can I tell you that instead of finding sum of this series, if I ask you to please print this series. Okay, so let's print this series. Now the question is from where you start. If you look at here, the numerator starts with 2, and difference between two numerators is 3. Like difference between 5 and 2 is 3, difference between 8 and 5 is 3. The denominator starts with 9, and difference between two denominators is 4. Difference between 13 and 9 is 4. Difference between 17 and 13 is also 4. So numerator should start with 2, denominator should start with 9, and in every iteration you just keep on changing the values of numerator and denominator. Let's start. Let's write here n is equal to 2, d is equal to 9. Let's create a variable sum1 is equal to empty string, because I am not going to calculate sum of the series, I am going to print the series itself. So sum1 is equal to empty string, and then you write for x in range 1 comma limit plus 1. So for x in range 1 comma limit plus 1, we have to do something. But what is limit? Limit should be taken as the input. Limit is equal to int input enter number of terms. So enter number of terms, that many terms will be printed. So for x in range 1 comma limit plus 1, what you have to do? You have to calculate sum1 is equal to sum1 plus str n plus, in the quote you write sign of division, plus str d plus, and then you have to write a plus. Okay, so just write a plus here. Okay, and give a space before and after plus. After every iteration, we have to increase the values of n and d. The value of n should be increased by 3, n is equal to n plus 3, whereas the value of d should increase by 4, d is equal to d plus 4. After that, print the value of sum. Sum, print sum1. Run module, enter the number of terms 7, and here we are, 2 by 9, 5 by 13, 8 by 17, 11 by 21, and this is how we have printed up to 20 by 33. This is a task for you to remove this plus at the right hand side. Okay, this plus should not be appear. Now, but this was not our task. Our task was to calculate sum where alternate numbers are in positive and negative. So let's calculate the summation where alternate numbers will be in positive or negative. So sum1 will be 0 instead of a string, and here we are actually going to calculate this division operation. Okay, n by d, sum is equal to sum1 plus n by d, and multiplied by sine. N by d will be multiplied by sine. Initially the value of sine will be plus 1, and then keep on changing the value of sine for every iteration. Sine is equal to sine multiplied by minus 1. Now run module, enter the number of terms, it is 7 terms, press enter, and this is the value 0.364. This will be the output. Okay, the next pattern to print is 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square plus dot 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 plus n square. In the first term we have to print 1 square. In the second term we have to print 1 plus 2 square. Then we have to print 1 plus 4 square. This is what we have to do. We have to keep on increasing the value of x by 2, and we have to keep on calculating the square of the new value of x. Let's try it practically. Let's have a fresh start. Sum 1 is equal to 0 for x in range 1 comma n plus 1. Here you write enter number of terms, n is equal to enter number of terms, enter number of terms for x in range 1 to n plus 1. Sum 1 is equal to sum 1 plus x into x into x. But here the step count should be 2. Step count should be 2 because after 1, 3 should come. After 3, 5 should come. So step count is 2 and we have to go up to n. Actually here n is not the number of terms. Here the n is last value of x. Enter last value of x. Okay. Means what should be the maximum value in the series? Here the n is the maximum value of a term in a series. Maximum value of a term. Sum1 is equal to sum1 plus x into x, and finally you print the value of sum1. Print sum1. Run module. Enter the maximum value of n. Let me write here 8. This is the sum of 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square plus 7 square. This is the sum of this series, 84. We have one more series, and that series is this one. In the first term of this series, we have just one term. In the second term of this series, we have two terms, 1 plus 2. In the third term of this series, we have three terms, 1 plus 2 plus 3. In the fourth term of this series, we have four terms, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And we have to find summation of this series up to the nth term. And in the nth term, we have these many terms, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n. We have to find summation of this series. Let's try it practically. Let's start a very fresh program. Create a new variable sum1 is equal to 0, and then go to the for loop. Take the input. N is equal to int input, enter number of elements or enter number of terms. Then after go to the for loop, for x in range 1 comma n plus 1, 1 comma n plus 1, colon, create here one another variable, call it temp. Temp is equal to 0. So for every term, means for every value of x, we have another series in it. Okay, and temp is going to hold the summation of a local series. Okay, that means for x is equal to 3, the temp is going to hold summation of 1 plus 2 plus 3, something like that. And for that summation, we have another for loop, which is internal for loop of the outer for loop. So the other for loop is for y in range 1 comma x plus 1. What you have to do now? You just keep on calculating the value of temp for a given value of x. Okay, so temp is equal to temp plus y. Here the temp is your current term. Okay, here the temp is your either 1 plus 2 or 1 plus 2 plus 3 or just 1. So for x is equal to 1, temp is 1. For x is equal to 2, temp is 3. For x is equal to 3, temp is 6. For x is equal to 4, temp is 10. Something like that. So here you have temp. After calculating temp, you have to add that temp in the final summation. Because final sum will be, if the value of temp here is 1, value of temp here is 3, value of temp here is 6, value of temp here is 10, then final sum is going to be temp 1 plus temp 2 plus temp 3 plus temp 4, means 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 10. This is going to be your value. So what you are going to do here is, you just write sum1 is equal to sum1 plus temp, then print sum1, save it, run module, enter the number of terms. Let me write just three terms, and it prints 10, which is perfect. Now run it again, run module, and enter 4, it should print 20, and here it is. So therefore we have written a program to find sum of this series. The last series in this video we are going to print is 1 plus 1 by factorial 1 plus 1 by factorial 2 plus 1 by factorial 3. This is what we are going to print. Now tell me, how to calculate this sum of series. I think to calculate the sum of series, initialize the value of sum is equal to 1. Okay, just initialize the value of sum with 1, and we are going to ignore the first term of the series because we have initialized our value of sum with that value. So actually our series is starting from this term. Therefore you write for x in range 1 comma n plus 1, okay, and then you calculate factorial. Hopefully you know how to calculate factorial here. We already had a program on it. So for x in range 1 to n plus 1, again you need to write here for y in range 1 to x plus 1, there will be a value, value is equal to value multiplied by y. Here you write value is equal to 1. And finally, you write sum is equal to sum plus 1 by value. And this is how you will be calculating the summation of this series. Hopefully you are getting it. The x will go from 1 to n, the y will go from 1 to x, and for every value of y, you keep on multiplying all those values from 1 to x. That is the factorial of x. And then you have to calculate sum is equal to sum plus 1 by value. And this is how you get the final sum. So that's all about summation of series for this video. There is very important series called Fibonacci series, which we are going to learn in the next video. See you in the next video.